What is up, guys? Blade Angel here. So today we're going to be playing some Ride 2, and this more or less is the Forza equivalent for motorcycles. So this game is really thorough with the stuff it does. Actually, let's go back, because before I race, I'm going to show you guys some really awesome details. So we're going to take a look at, I'm a bit poor, unfortunately, otherwise I'd be doing this video maybe another time. I'll definitely play this video again, because I do want to do a video with the Yamaha R6, because that's the bike my brother owns. And I think he's 2016 one, so his, or 2017 one, so his is newer than this, and it's actually like it's a new model. I don't think it's a facelift. I think it's a straight up new model for his. Not really a sport bike guy, if you couldn't already tell. I don't really know much about sport bikes or really motorcycles in general, but I do know a lot about. God, I feel so bad saying I know a lot about Harleys, and I know a lot of people like stereotype Harleys as like grandpa bikes, but I'm a huge fan of cruiser style motorcycles or chopper bikes. And that's why I don't make bike videos, because let's be honest, no one wants to watch me ride around on a night rod anyways. So I will warn you, I am not good at this game. Like, I am really bad. That's a desert. That's depressing. No, Nordschleife is really difficult. We'll actually just redo this race just because may as well, you know. Oh, I didn't show you guys the customization. I'll do that after I epically fail for this race, but like this game's customization is really thorough. Like this game in general is just a really thorough game. And if you want to know how realistic this game is, to even for the bike brakes, it's two separate buttons, one for your rear brake and one for your front brake. That's how much freaking thought was put into this game, and that's really cool. So I'm driving with racing lines off, which I'm probably gonna regret in a few seconds, because I'm, like I said, just shit, yep, yeah, that whoops. Oh, it's really easy to fall off in this game too. So a lot of I know a lot of people, like, when they think of motorcycle games, they think of more arcadey ones, but in Grand Theft Auto, if you ride along the wall, you'll be fine, you know. But in this game, if your wheels touch the wall, nah, you fall off the bike. You're donezo, boy. Like, I would show it, but I'm still trying to win. And I mean, that makes sense, because if you think about it, you're literally, you know, projecting the bike's power. You know, the wheels are trying to grab traction off of the wall now. So obviously motorcycles are completely different than cars. Like, if a car goes up next to a wall, it's grinding next to it. Its wheels aren't necessarily on it. Whereas a motorcycle, since they're obviously, you know, they're leaning around and stuff, when they go up against the wall, their wheel is literally, you know, being projected onto the wall. So obviously a wall's terrain is completely different than a ground, so it makes sense why it just fails to grip up and they fall off the bike. And it's just a really weird angle too. So I'm trying not to be a dick and knock people off, but it turns out that's just how it's going to be. So sorry if that's like a bad footage, but whoops. At least I'm winning, which is more than what I normally do, and that's probably because I'm putting immense pressure on myself to actually ride good. So if you notice, I'm mostly using the front brake only, and if you ask a lot of bikers, normally the front, I don't know why, oh my god, I don't know why, for some reason I thought that was a left. I'm so blind, I'm so sorry. Nope, I did that on purpose, guys. That was all staged, you know. I was getting bad footage, you know, being in first place. We all know that's boring to watch. Yep, totally planned, guys, all according to Cartaku. Anyways, most bikers only use their front brake, and, you know, normal daily driving, that's more than enough, honestly. And even in like racetrack scenarios, when you use both brakes, the bike does seem to lock up. I mean, I don't know how realistic this game is. Like I said, I'm just a freaking cruiser bike rider, guys. You know, I ain't no sport bike rider. I don't know any of these things, but like on a cruiser bike, if you hit both brakes, they lock up. It kind of locks the bike up, so like it does kind of like make it slide out its rear wheel a little bit. And I imagine sport bikes probably do the same thing. And obviously that kind of causes, you know, it's great for drifting, but when you're trying to take corners clean as hell, you don't want to be drifting through them, because obviously drifting in a bike is completely different drifting than a car. You know, I'm not trying. I mean, I already did crash. Who am I kidding? But it was planned though. See, so I am riding the. I didn't even say what bike I'm riding in. I mean, most people, if you are a bike fan, you can probably tell. If you're not, you're like, they all look the freaking same. They all look the freaking same. And I too once was in that boat, but I am learning a bit more and more about bikes. Like I said, I really start off with just cruiser bikes, then my brother got into sport bikes, and then it's really hard, like once you get into motorcycles, it's hard not to learn about sport bikes, even if you don't like sport bikes, because they're a way more of a vocal majority on the internet, especially when it comes to cruiser riders. Makes sense. I mean, cruiser riders are like, you know, old farts half the time. Like I said, I stereotype them myself. But with that said, though, the bike I'm riding is a Daytona 675R, and that's important because I wanted to make a joke. I wanted to be like, hopefully there are no Porsche-shaped boulders for me to run into. You know, that'd be unfortunate, right? That'd be really unfortunate. And you are, if you know what reference that is too, you're you spend too much time on YouTube. I'm just kidding. I'm just firing some shots at Yami Noob. He's a great guy. I'm glad he's well. And if you couldn't tell, my main channel takes a lot of inspiration from Yami Noob's style of videos. So I do like the guy a lot, and obviously he got into a lot of shit at the beginning of summer. I never cared. I never cared for YouTube. Why do I think that's a left turn? Oh my gosh. Once totally planned, you know, just trying to make the race. No, that time was me. I'm just genuinely being an idiot both times. Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding, guys? And another thing about this game is you don't want to brake too much when you're in the corners, because obviously if you brake all the way to a near standstill while you're dragging your knee, you just fall off the bike. It's not like other games like, oh no, whoa, we almost touched the wall and explode into a million pieces. But like in most, like I said, like if most race games like GTA, or I know Asphalt has bikes, and it does again. It used to not, and then Asphalt 8 recently. Oh, we're gonna have to hit our rear brake on that one. But what's another game that has bikes in it? That's like a more arcade styled game. Either way, if you know what I mean. Like ever since like, was it Touring Trophy, the one that like was made by Polyphony Digital, that was like the last really awesome bike racing sim. And ever since then, it's been really hard to find another good bike racing sim. And I'm not really into bike racing games, or really simulator games, and a few, mostly because simulator games are always on console, and that really bugs me. So I was so happy to hear that Forza moved on to the PC, because I'm all about that PC life, mostly because it's easier for me to record, and you just get better frame rates, and it's just overall better for recording, because you just have a more powerful machine for it. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is, like I said, in a lot of arcade-styled racing games, I highly recommend this game, by the way. I might do a review video for it. I'm terrible at reviews, but this is definitely a must-buy if you're a fan of sport bikes. It is a really fun game, and it's just really awesome. And it's definitely, there's been a lot of work put into it, clearly, and it's a very professional game. And it's out of nowhere too. Because, the Ride franchise is obviously only on its second entry, and it's still rather new, but, what a way to make an entrance. The only gripe I have against them is more cruisers, please. And maybe a little less, I feel like I love their circuit, I love how they're like Forza, but it'd be nice if they could someday get, a Forza Horizon spin-off, but with motorcycles, because then I imagine we can have a game that's, more street racing, more, a little bit less formal, and that will be a great type of game to feature cruiser bikes in, because obviously when it comes to circuit, they don't stand a chance. But it's just, this is definitely a game I recommend if you like motorcycles. And sorry, I'm concentrating a bit too much because I'm trying not to get screwed over like a derp lord over here. And man, this is a really slow-paced game. If you haven't noticed, it is. So if you look at I don't know, it's the perspective. I guess it's another thing I have a gripe with is it does it says I'm going 80 or something right now, and it does not feel like I'm going that fast. Because once again, I guess you're probably as you're watching this video, you're probably expecting to see a motorcycle zip through corners, because that's the stereotype is motorcycles, or especially sport bikes, are these machines that are capable of just zipping through corners like none other, which they are. But for some reason in this game, it really doesn't feel like that. It feels like the motorcycle is, oh no, I dragged. See, that's what happens when you drag your rear brake way too much, when you really don't need, while you're turning, especially when you really don't need to. Well, let's pop a dank wheelie for the Yami fans. There you go. Gotta do the dank wheelies. But so we're gonna take a look at the other features in this game, especially the customization, because that is one of the strongest suits for this game. So we're just gonna continue, take the money and go. Speaking of sexism, though, I can confirm this game is not sexist, as you are allowed to pick between a male and female rider, even though both of them literally look more or less the same, because believe it or not, the character I'm using right now is a female. And you're probably wondering why. Do females have weight reduction? And I don't know. I haven't looked that into depth for this game. I don't think they do. But so we're going to take a look. So what's really cool about this game's customization is you actually see the physical difference on the bike. So if you look at tires, you're going to see Forza does it too, but you'll see the tires actually change. And it's small details that matters. But this is where even Forza's put to shame. Because oh yeah, so if in this game, when you change the, look, you actually see the exhaust change. So you see the stock exhaust, and you see other aftermarket components you can buy. And look, they're actual brands too. Isn't that awesome? Actual brands, and there's actual things changing on the motorcycle. Just details like that is just awesome. Just having actual real life brands and having actual, seeing the actual part changing on the bike. That is just, this game has a lot of potential. Anyways, that's it for this video, so I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm definitely going to do more of this game. Like I said, next video will hopefully be about the R6 for this game, and by next video I mean like whenever I get around to it, because I have a lot of games I plan on doing for this channel, and unfortunately a lot of them are car-based, so if you are a huge motorcycle fan, you somehow stumbled across my channel, I do highly recommend that you give my brother's channel a look instead, not because he plays any games, he doesn't do any games on his channel, but because he owns a Yamaha R6, so you know he knows more about this stuff than I do. Other than that, thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe as well if you're new here. And other than that, Blade Angel out.